Loudenvielle. It's very steep. I've never ridden anything that steep. I went down into the ground like an ostrich. I'll be better tomorrow. Hello! We're in Loudenvielle on a Gondy. Hang on. We managed to get here and we managed to park for free. We didn't pay for any privateer parking, which will cost me 450 quid. No, thank you very much. And we just parked on the field with other privateers and it's mint. Maybe this is just like an enduro place, so everyone just advised to take enduro bikes. And Mike's absolutely buzzing to go on a bike after like how many years?
Last time I rode my bike, you broke both my arms.
I think we're doing exactly what we needed to do. Spend some time on the bike and we're quite high up. Like Loudenvielle town is about 1,000 meters above sea level, so I don't know how high up we are now, but it'll be quite high. So just getting used to it, the altitude. We're riding down green trail called Candy. Stuff right now. Just been to sign on. Shit. Just been to sign on, and everything's just against privateers. I can't get a bib for Mike for B zone, so my mechanic or anyone I would have with me can't even go to a B zone. I can't get a ticket for Mike to go up the Gondy. I have to buy a gondola ticket every day Mike wants to come up, which is track walk day, practice day, and quali day in my case. So there's 3 tickets for the Gondy. Then it's not right, is it? Every privateer's got a mechanic or at least someone who needs to help with the training and stuff. So I'm not happy. It's not right. Like I know they don't want privateers here, but now it's just, I think it's just they're just trying everything against it to get everyone rid of all the privateers and have pros. But in the next few years, if they do that, I think there's not going to be many people racing. Not many people got that much money. I don't have cash. Crazy. Rant over. We're just going for track walk Thursday morning. I slept until 10. Track walk is from 11 until 1. And they changed our schedule because there's supposed to be some thunderstorms on Saturday. So we actually having practice today at 2 for 2 hours. It will be quite challenging because it takes about half an hour to get up with the Gondy. That takes 15 minutes plus there will be some queues. And then there's like, we just walk into the start. It'll be a few minutes on the bike to get down to the start. So I think I have to count like half an hour to even get there. So 2 hour practice is not much. So I'll try to do more than 2 runs, but we'll see if we manage. Control here.
What are you thinking, Mum?
It's very steep. I've never ridden anything that steep. In my life.
It's not that bad, is it?
Yes. Fucking hell. There's that many off camber. Very steep bits. Can't walk this. It's a pretty long critical section, which is like the steepest part, I think. I don't know what's next, but so there's quite a long bit where you're just braking off camber, trying to get down. For me, maybe pure survival section. How long is that section, do you know?
I don't know, very long, isn't it?
Very long, yeah. My brakes won't like that. Okay, what's next? Here's a breather then. This is my breather. I'm going to stop for a burger. Leave. I'm panicking. Right. Because of the change of the schedule, I feel like I'm going to miss half of my practice. Because I'm still on the track walk. And they sent the information about half an hour before.
Is that autumn, Mum?
First I thought it was alright, and now I'm a bit worried about specific bits. So, because of last minute, here's Stacey Fisher. Because of last minute change of the schedule, most of us are late for practice. We've just been in a massive queue. If you look behind, it goes all the way to the road. Been in the queue for half an hour now. It's 2:30. The training started at 2. It's gonna take us another half an hour at least to get up, which means we will do our first run at 3. And in the queue, all this queue is not just downhill races. There are all the enduro races as well, because they're going up for their stage. So it's not really matching the schedule. So everyone's in this massive queue. So we think that we're gonna probably just enjoy the one run, unless you do like a full run, which is impossible for the first practice run. You're not gonna make another one. Here we go, Loudenvielle, Loudenvielle, Loudenvielle. Done my practice. We've done, because of the last minute changes of the schedule, it was carnage because I was still on the track walk with loads of other riders who are in the group B when we were supposed to start our practice. So we came late and most of us I think did only 2 laps. There's few people who did 3 and there's loads of teams who did private shuttles I think, because there was other people on the track again, which is a bit shit, but if they could I would probably do the same. And so 2 practice laps. First, all right for the first lap. I ended up off the track only twice, so that's all right. And then second lap, I think it'd be a bit better. I was better at some sections, but there were a few sections which I completely fucked up. Hopefully, the elite guys will cut some ledges in the off-cover because I'm ended up in the bottom of the track at 2 places, so it's just a nightmare. I'll be better tomorrow if it's dry, and if it isn't, I'm taking, I don't know what, drugs. I had a good ride, I just wish I had more time, like that's all I needed. I think for people who race more and have more experience and riding every weekend, you get into it much quicker, but for me to do 2 laps on this, it's quite difficult, I have to say. I don't even know about my hands. I was stopping that much that I don't even know how my hands are gonna handle all this. But there's a few bits, what surprised me, like on the track walk, they look really, really bad, and then you ride it and it's really easy. And there's a bit where I go off the track where I didn't even realise I'm gonna. Oh, yes, I crashed. Just slidded.
Slidded?
Slidded.
Slidded.
I slidded. Oh my god, send help.
Ronnie's having a good day, aren't you, Ronnie?
Oh, don't eat my new jersey. What's wrong?
Just the new, just gonna put these up here. They're a bit short, but I think they should be alright.
Friday morning, 7 o'clock. We're getting ready for practice and quali. Kettle's on. Mike is still asleep. But I woke up at 6, did some stretching, had coffee, stroked Ronnie, and put some music on. Because I've learned in Fort William, if I don't listen to my music, I'm nervous. first run down Friday morning. Better lines in the woods and ticked off some of the other features. So we've done the, what is it, there's like a road gap, double, and then a send-off drop in between the trees. I've done that. I just have to tick off the last drop. Happy with the first run, especially at 8 in the morning. I'm not a morning person. Never mind doing some drops.
Where's the mud all over your bike, Mark?
I had a big slam. I went onto the outside route, but as Tim Engel says, you have to go inside, and I went outside, and I ended up log bars like this and on my shoulder. Not ideal. And then, but I've done all the other features, and I've even done this now. Very sketchy. I just got a bit locked shoulder, to be fair.
Right, shall we go back to them?
Yeah, I'm not going up again now. I will, whoa! That's what I did, same. She's like top 10 in the world. There's not just me who's struggling.
No.
It's not like it makes me feel better, but oh my god. Do you see how everyone's head goes like?
Oh yeah, it's a heavy landing.
What advice would you give me? Hey? What advice would you give me? I went down into the ground like an ostrich. Head first.
Like an ostrich.
That's what they do, innit? New jersey, new pants.
Turn around.
Can't have anything nice.
Yeah, same mark.
Tell you, Mark. So in that crash I've done something to my brake. It's leaking from the top. So I just dropped it off to the SRAM. They're helping me with it. I have a practice from now, from 12 until 1:30. And I only want to do one run. So that's fine. I have enough time to get it fixed. Eat something and go back up, do one run and then quali in the afternoon. Wind's picking up. I'm not sure if it's okay on top. We'll find out. Track's mint is really blown out. I'm enjoying it. And shoulder's fine. I took some ibuprofens and we'll be fine. Interesting finish. There is a big drop. Doesn't look like, but it's into a completely flat landing, into a corner, and into a big dirt jump style double. So a lot of people struggling with it, like especially girls or people in the B group, and people struggling to even jump this the jump. And if they do, they case the fuck out of it, or case it and then you have to turn left, so then they don't make the rest of the track. So, and that's literally the finish. So I've just scared myself on that big drop, and then on the video though it looks fine, but it fucking isn't. It's like your wrists, elbows and ankles and everything goes down, and then your head follows like that. Then you can't even see where you're going, and then by the time you realise you're already missing the next jump. I don't know, I just got brakes, I thought I'm not going to make the corner. So we'll see what happens in quali. I don't think I'm the only one struggling, so we'll be fine. If I get to that stage on the track, then I will be happy. And I don't care about that last bit. I need to survive the top bit. There's very, very, very steep parts. Very, very, very blown out. And it's gonna only get worse. I've actually, I don't think I've seen anything like it before. Because it was like so fresh, the track. And so there's like vertical shoots straight down. It's normally you wouldn't even think anything of it, but then it was grass, and now it's pretty much like motocross whoops, this steep, because everyone's braking on it, and I think it's quite difficult. I found it difficult anyway. No, but we're good. The track's mint, like it's really good track. I enjoy it. If I can stop 5 times, I'm fine. So I'm going up on my own, so I'm preparing my backpack, put in warm up resistant bands, some drinks, some food and tissues in case I shit myself. Loudenvielle World Cup recap. So on a quali run, I just looked, like before I set off, I just looked around and I just thought, this is amazing. All these nice beautiful views up the mountains, and I'm not at work. So I was appreciating that day and that moment that I don't need to work and I can race, and I really enjoyed the run. I was quite slow, to be honest. I think I was riding down the hill instead of racing a World Cup. But I've done all the features, what I wanted to do. I've done all the jumps, and I've done the same lines as the fast girls, just quite a bit slower. I learned that it's quite hard to do World Cup as a privateer. This was my second World Cup. So far I've only done World Cup in Fort William last year. Then I did World Champs in Leger, but that was with the Czech team, so there were other people. And then I did World Champs in Fort William this year. And now this was my basically first World Cup somewhere else where I've never been before, which makes a big difference. When you're on your own and the only help you have is one person, Mike, and Ronnie, it is quite difficult. Especially when UCI they don't really want privateers, what we've learned. And I think it's probably always been like that. I don't know. I don't have any experience. So I'm just sort of sharing what I've learned. First thing, what was the biggest problem, financially especially, is the parking. So for any privateer like me, I have a full-time job and I have a great boss who allowed me to take like a big chunk of time off so I can go to Europe and travel and race. So I have a job and I need some money to go and do this trip. Now you finally get some cash from your sponsors and you don't have much usually. And if I was to pay for pits, it would cost me 450 euros or something like that. And it was pretty much a field which was on a slope and you would pay this much money. So I didn't pay it.
We got electric. Oh, that was it.
Oh yeah, you can get a hookup. I guess that's the difference.
Which we don't really need.
We don't need a hookup. So I didn't pay for the pits. We came early and we found a field which other privateers found, completely flat, where everyone parked. It was only like a couple minutes from the Gondi, so it was spot on parking, and it was for free. So we were lucky. It's quite tricky for anyone, I think, if you don't ride much, or even if you do. You come to a World Cup, you can ride a bike, we all can ride a bike, even I can ride a bike, which I sometimes forget, and you have 2 practice runs and you just have to send it, and especially mentally. So this is the hardest thing on the World Cups, I think, for me anyway. In my situation, I'm after injury, a long one, haven't been riding, so to get switched on into this level and ride tracks this level and this difficulty is quite challenging. So I'm like proud of myself, what I've done this weekend, the whole week, how I got into it, how I rode in my practice, and how I managed the qualifying run. I really enjoyed the track. So the top bit was really fast, flat out, there were some jumps, there were whoops. I've never done like motocross type whoops, it was really hard. But I thought it was hard, and then I found it when I've done it in one of the morning practices, the second day. I've done it really well without even realising how, and then I did it again and I thought, right, this is actually easy, but it's like proper scary. The lines changed quite a lot from the first day to the second day practice, and I didn't really have anyone to like show me where to go or where it's changed. I didn't have anyone there. Mike was down at the bottom with Ronnie, and I wanted Mike at the bottom, but in case something like if I've done something to my bike. If I send him up there to watch the lines, then it would take him quite a while to get down. So it's quite tricky when you don't have other more people like a bigger team. And I've learned quite a lot about racing, about lines, about what to do during the day. Yeah, and thanks to Mike, I was able to do it all. When I say I'm on my own, I mean on the hill. Everywhere else, obviously, Mike's at the bottom and helping me through the whole week. And Ronnie. So you might be wondering, why am I still going for it? Why am I going to race World Cup when I had 2 broken collarbones and then I missed 1 race because of a broken back? So I organised all this trip with my work. So my boss gave me time off work. Mike's boss gave him time off work because I can't do it on my own, I need Mike. I got some funding together from my sponsors to do racing this year, and thanks to the injuries I haven't done any racing, and I don't know if I will ever have this opportunity again. It's possible that this Loudenvielle World Cup and Leger World Cup are maybe my last World Cups, like I don't know, because you need to have quite a lot of things put together. It's like a puzzle. It's not just the money, it's the time of work, just everything, and you need to be healthy. So I basically accepted the fact that I'm gonna potentially be last, or is, you know, you don't want to go into a race thinking you might be last, but this is the highest level in the world, and I've not been training and I've not been on a bike, so I sort of was okay with it. I thought, fuck it, I'm going for it. I'm gonna just go and try to qualify, and that's all I can do. I can just do my best run on that day of qualifying, and if that means I was 29th yesterday, that's okay. It's not about the position, it's about how I got down the track. Have I done all the features? Have I done better than I thought? Yes. Have I enjoyed it? Fuck yeah. So that's why I'm doing it, because I can do it this year. And am I ready? Not at all. So maybe my head's not ready, and physically I'm maybe not ready, but I'll never be, and this is my best opportunity of my life, so I'm doing it. We're doing a big road trip with Mike, stopping other places, doing wakeboarding, whatnot, and having a good time, and on the way I'm just trying to do my best. So that's why I'm doing it.